So we are setting up the mold. It's starting here, and we're gonna put that one on top, huh?
Yeah, we're going to put it next to the other plank, because the best way is just to put them next to each other.
Put them next to each other.
And just draw a line around. Then you don't need to spend a lot of time for measurements and I mean the stuff like take the measurement from here, calculate it on the wood, just drop it on them, and then a line around it, and that is the bottom part of your mold.
Okay. We are ready.
Yes, we are ready for the. We are busy right now to make a mold for these two planks. They are actually very nice planks. About 4 centimeters. I can check. Wait a minute.
4 centimeters thick.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Is to make a mold. How we can make a mold. So the thing what we need for the mold is these two linear.
Ah, it's the ruler. Ah.
Yeah. A big one, a small one.
Yeah.
Pen, and also MDF with a white layer on the top, because
It's MDF, huh?
yes, it's MDF.
White. Why is white important?
Because
you can.
Because you can the other one, this is better one because we can put it directly on the top, and if we bring a little bit oil on the top, which is good for epoxy, then later on it's very easy to disconnect the table, because epoxy want to stick on the surface, on the places. So
to be glued together.
yeah, so the best one is this one, because we can
Put oil.
put oil on the top and then easily disconnect it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And this is the mold. This is the total mold.
This is the plank which I use. So we are going to cut this part and put in the mold. So we have two options, or have this kind of like with the form of the wood we can cut it.
Yeah.
Which we need to cut it by hand, or we can cut it straight, and it's much easier. We can do it by the normal saw, circle saw.
Oh, you have a good saw.
Yeah, and we are done. So
yeah,
for this time, I prefer to do it like do it by hand.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of time. That's why I'm going to just put a straight line, and we just
straight line and then saw.
Saw it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. So we just put this very important thing, or the part of the wood. So this is one part which is very important for us. This is another part
of the
plank. Yeah, and this is also another part which is very important for us.
Why are these parts important?
Because there are the parts which we can connect the line together to have a straight line, you see?
Oh, yeah. This mold is specially for this, not for
other one.
It's like unique mold.
Yeah.
When you finish, you throw it away, or
no, we can use it. We can just turn it for use the other side, but for other products.
Yeah. The epoxy will go here also.
And we just keep fill it by epoxy also on the side. And this side, we just fill by epoxy. This side the same.
So not like one big epoxy in the middle.
Also, yeah, but also on the side.
Yeah.
So after a lot of research which side is better, we came to the point that if we cut this wood from here, because here we have some extra size, and then we have a straight 4-angle table, Actually, this side is also very beautiful, but we can't do like a table, which from a side is smaller than the other side. But this is much better because then we have really straight table, and everyone will like it. So that's why we decided to just take apart like 5-6 centimeters of this side. Oh. Unfortunately, it's very beautiful, but there is no other way.
That will save money for the epoxy. Less epoxy saves money.
Yeah.
And
so the table became also cheaper for the client, and they can buy it, and it's also easier for us to sell it. We can make a beautiful table, but it's gonna cost a lot.
so the trick is, yeah.
So the trick is also to use less epoxy than just use it and then say, okay,
Yeah.
I don't know how I can sell it.
So you need a lot of time to calculate, research, and measure
Yeah,
that everything is straight.
yeah. Unfortunately, we're going to take this part up, which is
No.
not a nice solution.
No, well, it will lose a bit of its beauty, but it
Yeah,
will
but
be
on the other
less
side,
expensive.
we don't have like a massive size of the epoxy size. So this is also beautiful if you have it like this, a little bit of epoxy here. From other side, we just take this part of the wood out. Yeah. It's also actually not bad idea.
So what did you learn from all these measuring?
Yeah,
A couple hours of measuring.
it's not measuring, couple of hours of imagining and this kind of stuff, how we can do it, how we can go forward and this kind of stuff.
So the trick is, yeah.
So the trick is also to use less epoxy than just use it and then say, okay, I don't know how I can sell it.
So you need a lot of time to calculate, research, and measure
Yeah,
that everything is straight.
yeah.
And
So unfortunately, we're going to take this part up, which is not a nice solution.
no, well, it will lose a bit of its beauty, but it
Yeah,
will
but
be
from the other
less
side, we
expensive.
don't have like a massive size of the epoxy size. So this is also beautiful if you have it like this, a little bit of epoxy here. From the other side, we just take this part of the wood out. Yeah. It's also actually not bad idea.
So what did you learn from all these measuring?
Yeah,
A couple hours of measuring.
it's not measuring, couple of hours of imagining and this kind of stuff, how we can do it, how we can go forward and this kind of stuff.
You have the measurements, we're gonna saw it. next step for the mold is to kit it. The glue. What kind of glue are you using?
A kind of silicone kit,
Silicone.
which you can paint on the top. It's the best one.
The best silicone kit. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Like a gun. So the silicone, you can buy that at any shop. Kit.
Yeah. Remember,
Yeah.
a silicone which you can paint on the top, and it's a white silicone. It's the best one for this job because you can see it.
Ah, which you can glue or spray on the top.
Yeah.
That you can see it. Normally, sometimes it's like invisible. No?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So it's best that you get a color one that you can see it.
Yeah, that's true.
You can see the glue, the silicone. I mean.
Silicone glue. Yeah. Where's the?
Not Silicon Valley, but silicone glue. And you have to let it dry or something?
No. We have just to. I have to clean the underneath.
With the vacuum. Make sure the surface is vacuumed, no dust particles, or else it will not stick properly.
The best way to cut it actually, like one full day of designing the wood and making the mold. I mean, designing the wood is not only just design. I already clean it. I did a lot of work, but I mean, what is the best shape to cut it? That I mean by designing the wood. Epoxy is not only make a table, but epoxy is kind of the art. That's why we don't have a lot of people who can make nice epoxy tables, because an artist is a work of an artist. A carpenter is a great artist. An epoxy table is a kind of art which a carpenter can make it. So imagine that the carpenters have to learn how they can work with the epoxy, and some of them can create this kind of the job, not all of them. That's why the epoxy tables are more expensive than the normal. The other thing which also make epoxy table unique is the epoxy by itself is expensive. So how you make the epoxy, how you do your steps to have a good chemical reaction and find out what is the best result of epoxy. That kind of knowledge also make it unique. So I reviewed again the artistic feelings, knowing the carpentry, and know about the epoxy reaction, chemical reaction. I mean, choosing a good epoxy resin material, and having a kind of good feeling. Also the colors, this kind of stuff that which belongs to artistic feelings of the job. So that kind of things make your product very unique, and that's why your name can be very known between people as an artist who make epoxy table or epoxy products. Thank you.
You're the artist.
Yeah.
You will get a real original Daniel Kazemi's epoxy table, handmade. You'll see it being made now.
I'm not meaning that I'm the artist. I'm just introduce the product. But what I said was not belong to me. It was not about me. I just want to let you know what is this product, why people like it a lot. So I'm not giving myself compliment. I'm just.
But we will see it. You are the master of the artist of this table. We will see what will come out of it.
Yeah.
It's cool. All right, we will continue next time with the next video.
Next step is to do the resin and let you know how we can put the wooden plank inside the mold, and how we can add the epoxy with a nice color inside. So the choosing also the color is very important, like the culture of the country where you are in. I mean, like in Netherlands, people like more
boring colors.
No, not like boring. No. The Dutch people like more like colors with
They're like brown,
brown, yeah,
Gray,
gray, this kind of
white.
stuff. White. It's like more classy, and it's belong to the status of Dutch community inside the European Union. We are businessmen, so in this case we do a lot like official kind of color. We have an official way of promoting ourselves to other countries. So it comes actually somehow in the culture of Netherlands. But if you go United States, like California, those kind of culture, they are more blue and this kind of color, like green, they like it. So it's maybe because of that they are very outside of the house, they go a lot to the sea, or this kind of stuff. So every country has also its own culture. That's why it's very important, if you want to make an epoxy table and you want to sell it, be aware about the culture of your environment. It's very important, and choose a color based on the culture of your environment. Or you can put it on the Amazon or other international websites, and then you can sell everywhere in the world. So there you don't have any border, but if you want to sell in your environment, be aware about the culture and the colors.
Cool, man.